Hello folks, welcome to, well, top end of Christchurch. We recently passed 100 subscribers, so I'm out for a celebratory pint. It's dead easy to join if you want to. Here's a short clip of 100th subscriber Neo Anderson joining the channel.
As you can see, we've had our eye on you for some time now, Mr. Anderson. I'm going to be as forthcoming as I can be, Mr. Anderson. You're here because we need your help. We know that you've been contacted by a certain individual, a man who calls himself
Slurpy Dave.
Now, whatever you think you know about this man is irrelevant. He is considered by many authorities to be the most dangerous man alive.
I don't like the sound of that Slurpy Dave fella, but anyway, the place we're off to is called the Avon Causeway, and it's in the middle of nowhere, which is all part of its history, and why this walk looks absolutely railroad straight, because this is the former railroad that used to link Ringwood and Herne to Christchurch before it got shut down in favour of the main one that follows the seafront. Probably see just over to the one side, that's St Catherine's Hill. St Catherine's Hill is like a nature reserve, locally managed. It's a sort of an important example of lowland heathland. It's one of the sort of rarest habitats, and it gets locally managed. It's an excellent place for dog walking if you're anywhere near Christchurch and you like your hills. It goes up and it goes down. Occasionally you see a few horses going out on a hack. I just had to be careful out for a few of the common toads, and there is the occasional snake up here, but having lived here for absolutely donkey's years, I've never actually seen one. Welcome to the beer garden of the Avon Causeway. This is set in, it's an old coaching inn all the way back from the 18th century, but it's mainly the main point of the old Herne railway station, and they've got a fantastic Pullman coach at the front, which you can hire. Actually, you can hire that out for events or dinner parties. It is a lovely beer garden. It is unfortunately right by the A338, so hopefully there's not too much traffic noise coming across, but you know, yeah, the old railway has been replaced by the new. Bombing past. We've got a pint of Butcombe Original, it's a 4% session bitter. This pub used to be owned by Wadworth, which I've mentioned before. Got a cracking pub called the Go-To Tricycle in central Bournemouth. But when Wadworth got into a bit of financial trouble, Butcombe have really sort of swept in. They were set up in 1978 by Simon Whitmore, who used to be an executive at Courage. I think recently they were bought by a group in Jersey that I don't know too much about. They're called Liberation. I've definitely had one of their beers, but what the deal was done for, I don't know. But yeah, they've done a lovely job on the outside of this. Let's try out their beer. Cheers. A slight toffee malty smell. This is made with 100% Maris Otter, so it smells like there's quality ingredients that it doesn't list what the hops are. Very gentle smell. It's a lovely bittersweet on the taste. It's about 4.5k walk from my house at the railway line to here, so I'm quite ready for this. It's a bit warmer today than I was probably expecting. Let's give this one more try. That is a lovely pint. It's huge inside, a bit more restaurant than pub, but if you do make it up this way, they've got overnight rooms. If you're ever flying from Bournemouth Airport, this is only about a mile away, so it's a great place to stay. There's a huge car park out the front where you can park as well, and their beer is pretty good. I think I might stay here for another one. I might show you the bits outside the front. Cheers. Now in the front beer garden of the Avon Causeway, as you can see behind me, is the Pullman train I was referencing before. Sits just behind, and it's got an old engine, but the engine's been taken out of it, but I assume you still call it an engine. I don't know. But this time we've got a pint of Butcombe Gold. This is 4.4% on cask. It's also got Maris Otter, but then it's mixed in with caramel, so much more lighter beer. And the red is hopped with fuggles, so it should be sort of very traditional British style beer, very earthy. You can smell that. It smells a bit of British pub. Slightly herby, slightly earthy. Cheers. There's a bit of citrus to that, so it's a heavier beer percentage wise, but it's lighter on the taste. It's really refreshing. It's got like a lemony type lemony hit, and then it's sweet on the finish as well. There's only a slight bitterness to it. I suppose that's a classic gold ale style. You get much more summer drinking, whereas I suppose the original is a winter drink. Just want to give a quick cheers to Rob from Bramall Backroom Brewery for giving us a couple of shout out weeks ago. He's been trying some of my favourite beers, for better or worse. But I've certainly had a fair few more subscribers since then, so I really appreciate it, Rob. And this is another pint to celebrate the 100. Hopefully be out and about a little further from home later this week. Until then, cheers.